just right. Let's stay together in this connected virtual bliss. When I'm down, when I'm feeling upset, you heal me through my headset.
Hello, and welcome to a very high profile match between the Raptors and Wrecking Crew, and we already see Boba Fett going down in the first second, so we're popping off really quickly. Is Raptors versus Wrecking Crew. Raptors, one of the older champions, one of the most well known. How do I forgot my keybinds. There we go. Oh, yeah, escape. It's been a little while since I casted Onward. It's been a very long while, gonna be honest, and it's been a good while since I casted Breachers. So far, we saw an early pick, and Raptors are taking a slow time to set up. Let's have a look. We have Misty, Raven, and Skylar around the objective. We have Voids in a little bit more of a north position, playing around the north side. Soldier takes out Raven. That is it. Trying to look for that confirm. It's now a 3v2. The Wrecking Crew are in a rough position to be here.
Yup. It was on
Raptors.
It was where you killed the first guy on the cross. It's on the he was trying to cross to the south side.
There we go. Nice call outs coming out from Soldier. Now we have an interesting situation. I just Soldier taking out Skylar on the office, at least that's what I call it. So far we have a 2v. What a nade from Lampy coming out on Voids. Now it's just Misty alive. I'm trying to fix something real quick. And Misty goes down, and that's a 5-0 round win for the Raptors. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. There you go. That is not a good start for the Wrecking Crew, but it's only round one. We're just starting off, so gotta see if Wrecking Crew can maybe bring it back. Also, welcome in Tiger Strikes. I see you in chat. I know it's a little late. Got a little stream delay. But yeah, welcome in. Let me know if anything needs to change. It's been a very long time since I used this setup, so my audio might be a little whack. Some things might be a little weird, but we'll hope it will work out in the end. Gotta stay hydrated. There we go. And there we go. And so far we have Coach and Soldier with 2 picks each, and Lampy with a single one, with an amazing, I believe that was Lampy, with an amazing grenade launcher shot on Voids, all the way from, I believe that was AC towards crates. So that was a beautiful shot and a hell of a shot. I'm just gonna call it that. There we go. And round 2 starting up. Raptors on defense, Wrecking Crew on attack this time. Maybe they can bring it back, you know, attack a shiny map. Coach trying to not get caught by the same pre-fire as Boba Fett, but see, okay, yeah, he's trying to play through the smoke, trying to set up a little bit of a distraction. And don't remember my keybinds. There we go. Scarter is looking over that angle, but he doesn't seem to be able to get Coach. Soldier's taken up the bottom garage position. So far, no early picks. But we have Scarlet and Voids playing in the hospital area. Boba Fett in Burning, Draven in Impact, and Misty all the way heading north. Doesn't have anybody near him to contest him. We do have 2 Raptors in the... there we go. In the motel building. Calling out where they're looking, making sure everything is covered, and there's no little gaps in between. Messina directly an objective. Coach playing in the south, a little bit of a risky position as we have soldiers playing in the basement. It's a very dark spot. If you get lucky, you might not get spotted there, but a lot of people use it, so doubt we will see too much unexpected play from there, especially at this level of these teams. Raptors being the reigning champion for many seasons, Wrecking Crew being the new upcoming player. Skyler running around with his gun down, might find Coach here. Or Coach might find Skyler. As though Skyler, I know him from some other places, so he goes by the name Skyler usually, so that's who's that Dove. And he's taken out by Coach, putting it to a 4v5. A lot slower game. We saw earlier picks coming out on the attacking side from the Raptors. A really good nade going just short on Coach from Boba Fett. And we see another crossfire, but Coach doesn't seem to be taking the bait. Still having 2 people next to him. Looks like he's going for the swing. Boba Fett trying to hold him, knowing where he is. Flash going at the void. Might have hit him. Coach now being in a dicey 1v2, and nobody seems to be taking coming in his direction to help him out. We're gonna be quickly looking at Lampy holding north. Might find Draven and Misty here, but so far no action there. Gonna try to hop in between the different objectives. The Voids and Coach are looking at each other. Void might have seen a feed. He doesn't seem to be holding the exact corner. He's looking past it. More worried about the right side. And Lampy taking out Draven in the north side. Is Misty gonna peek that as well? He is still peeking it. He doesn't seem to be hiding away. Misty the midget, as some people might refer to him, is looking for Lampy. And Void takes out Coach. The first pick on the side of Wrecking Crew comes out in round 2. As Coach is the first one to die, allowing Void and Boba Fett a little bit more space, a little bit more luxury in pushing up. We're going back to Misty, who's still holding north, trying to take some shots on Lampy, but nothing connecting. Now giving his position away, trying to calm as Messina takes out Voids on the south side. We have a 2-pronged attack here, so it's a bit hard to catch it all. Boba Fett seemed to have taken the office, the middle building, Sino trying to confirm his kill. Boba Fett looking around. There's a lot of targets here, but a lot of angles to get shot from as well. And he gets taken out by Marksman, who's using a TAR, not a Marksman rifle, so I'm gonna assume for false advertising, and Misty loses the aim fight to Lampy, and Raptors would still 4 up win their second round. It's not looking for good for Wrecking Crew, but you know, I wouldn't count them out. There are some really good players. For some reason, I've been out of the casting biz for a good while, and my body does not like it. So I'm a little shaky. If you can hear it in my voice, it's just the nerves coming out. But we'll pretend it's not there, right? You guys can do that. You're here for the gameplay anyway, not my commentary, because it's kind of mid. There we go. 180-second delay should be good. I read the rules. Now we're gonna see a burning objective, which is a burning center building. That's the fun thing about quarantine. The fun and less fun thing. Quarantine has gotten a lot of callouts over the years. This used to be called burning in the one with the 1.7 community because it used to be on fire. Little trivia, fun little trivia thing for the people new to Onward, but it is retained its call out with a good amount of the community. But it's also called center building. Same for the north building, north roof, AC, north AC. It's gotten a lot, and don't even get me started on what I call hospital, storage, parking garage, garage. I have heard about every other call out for this building. But callouts don't. Marksman, what the fuck? He just. Oh, what a play. He threw his gun so he could cross faster. That is a interesting play. I have not seen that done before. Granted, I haven't played a lot, so I've been a little bit out of the community, but you know, the Wrecking Crew are some friends of mine, and there seemed to be a high interest match, so I thought, why not pick it up, you know? But with that, we do have the round starting off. An interesting defense setup from the Wrecking Crew, leaving Skyler on objective, Boba Fett on the inside the little fuselage area, looking north. Voids in impact. Skyler almost getting picked off. And Misty all the way over the wall near hospital. And then last we have Raven playing. Ooh, is that legal? On the engine inside impact, watching north. He's gonna have to collapse very fast if he. If we're gonna see some early picks coming out on the player south, as we do have an E-spawn. So we have soldiers playing in the hole, Messino in the office, but nobody on hospital. That seems to be where most of the lasers seem to be pointing. This coach is trying to sneak up. Marksman playing further back. We don't really see much lasers looking out. Outside of Voids, who seems to be holding a more aggressive angle, looking in the right direction, but is he able to see anything? Because that would be some valuable information, as he doesn't seem to be looking in the right direction. He's expecting a north push, which Lampy might be setting up, but most of the issue is in tank courtyard. As there's currently 2 Raptors there with a third nearby on coach. We're gonna see just a little bit of ring around the rosy with Voids and Massino swinging back and forth. Voids shooting some shots for some reason. Might have been a misinput, might have been a bait tactic. He gets Massino downed, but that does give their team a lot of valuable information, as we are gonna see soldiers coming back, able to get callouts from Massino. He seems to be in a position to get that res, and as the legendary caster Logan Radio Rocks would call a Chumbawamba, as I believe that, if my memory serves that. We do get the revive out, so no Raptors down yet. Still 5v5, 2 minute 50 on the clock, so not a lot of movement so far. A lot of just holding and trying to get a pick. But the Wrecking Crew isn't playing out aggressively enough. Skylar, as I say that, Skylar is peeking, gets downed by Soldier. Yeah, so now their anchor is down. And as I see they are asked to cast more, I am interested in it. I've been getting into Onward personally as a player and as a substitute within the league. So almost a good nade on Soldiers. So I might pick up cast again, as there might be demand for it. Misty moving up closer. Skylar still being able to make callouts. Misty now holding the cross from Soldiers, so he doesn't get rush capped. Boba Fett also falling in closer, trying to prevent that cap from coming out, because these players are strong cappers. I wouldn't say really strong cappers. I haven't seen them.
Second story.
I haven't really kept up with everybody's reputation, but I do know these players are very, very scary to allow anyone near your objective. So we do see the right moves coming out, as Boba is gonna get the revive. The Chumbawamba flash coming out as well. Soldiers, if it's only hitting the wall here, is that some really weird big hitboxes. Grenades coming out, both going wide. Flashes coming out. Soldiers does not have sight. Misty is still trying to hold that angle. Soldiers staying tucked in, trying to not get killed. He got flashed twice, but they weren't able to follow it up at all. So now we see a closer defense coming out, as Boba Fett does get downed by Soldier. That's the third down this match. Misty gets picked off by Coach. Or there we go. See the revive on Skylar. Oh no, Misty got Coach. Apologies. Marksman immediately got the refrag. Flash coming out, dropping a bit short, but they doesn't get over the wall. We see the 2 or 3 coming out. Lampy coming in from behind, now putting a lot of pressure on these 2 guys remaining on the objective. Draven further back. Skylar gets picked off. Both get picked off, and now Draven is in a really bad position in 1v3 situation, and Lampy is on objective. We're gonna see a cap here as Lampy is putting in the code. And there we go. Raptors cap it out as Draven plays too slow and doesn't realize he's left in a 1v3 situation. And that is how the map 1 goes in the direction of the Raptors. Lampy with a cap and 7 kills. Soldier with 2 kills. Coach with 4 and 2. Massino and Marksman cleaning it out with 1 kill each. Massino having a death and Coach having 2, which I believe might have been a revive. Or down, so 2 revives on the side of Wrecking Crew as well as Voids seem to have reset their stats, but Misty and Skyler are also being able to get a kill each, not putting a lot of pressure on the Raptors on the kill count, but there's a big difference in these teams' MMRs. Wrecking Crew being on their way up, being tested, you know, maybe they can hang with the big dogs, but from this map, I would say it is reasonable to say that the Wrecking Crew still has a lot to learn. They are currently in the 14th place, while the Raptors are 8th, but the Raptors have a very long history, which they have only won season 11. I misremembered, but they have been fighting around the top spots for the within Onward for a long time. They have their stats linked on their little bio as well. 7th ranked NA in season 10. Season 11 they won on VRML In season 12, they got third place overall, and in season 15, they got the champions as well from NA. So overall, this is a team with a story, a long story and a long history of winning and being very, very strong, as well as winning the IVRL in for both its first season and its summer showdown. So they're a dominant team, and so far. Let's have a look at the wrecking crew. As I'm waiting for the map to change. Seems like they have all left the lobby. That is less than fortunate. I will be waiting for a new code. In the meantime, we're gonna see a rehost coming out. To make sure the ping is even. There we go. Am I? Hmm. For some reason, I'm unable to. Wait. Eh. Oh, it is a custom map, so I forgot to download it. And for some reason, I cannot join it on the spectator. Because we're gonna see quest. I currently don't have a scoreboard, so apologies, but the first score was 0-4 for the Raptors. Use this quest. Why doesn't it automatically update? There we go. There. Yeah, somebody make a suggestion that custom map should be prompted to update when you boot up the game after there's an update. Like, hey, your custom maps are out of date. Would you like them to update? Especially if you're on Steam. Like, I believe there are workshop. No, they're not workshop items. But like, they should be just automatically updating. And now my internet decided to crap out. Oh, I love my little internet. I disconnected from the server. There we go. We're back online. My map has been updated. We're gonna join to not leave these players waiting. There we go. And we're loaded in. There we go. Now we have the wrecking crew on attack and the Raptors starting out on defense. Gotta make sure I change team names to wrecking crew and Raptors, and make sure you guys can see the game. There we go. I'm a great caster. You definitely should hire me. This is a joke. There we go. Fights coming out. Misty going for the sneaky attack on this side. Might be spotted by Messino. Doesn't seem to be looking in at what Messino might be. So far nothing there. Objective being on the south side of the ship so far. So Soldier, Lampy having the right side. Marksman sitting in center. Massino holding left. Massino getting the first pick on Skylar's. Coach is sitting in front of Marksman as well. Massino, are you gonna see Misty revive coming out or a heal coming out from Marksman? Oh, this is a risky play here, Misty. Is Massino gonna notice? He doesn't have his gun out. Is he going for the flash? Flash goes out, it goes very wide, but Boba Fett is down there, gets picked off, and Missy doesn't get spotted by Massino here. Missy continue his slow little creep forwards. He's not gonna be able to have an angle here, but is Massino gonna notice? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Massino gets picked off as Misty gets the pick. Now bring it down to a 4v3. Flash coming out. Misty most likely got flashed by that. Just looking up, looking around, trying to see if he is getting pushed. His coach and Marksman know his position, so now prepare to pick him off. But who's gonna take the pick? Because Misty is playing it ever so slowly. As Marksman takes out Draven instead of worrying about Misty for now. And we only have Void and Misty left. Void playing on the left side, trying to play it slow, having to play through Soldier and Lampy here. But so far isn't in a position where he's gonna meet him. So Misty is, we're going back to Misty, who's still creeping up very slowly as Void takes out Lampy. Is he gonna get refragged? This is gonna be a very close game. I'm gonna have to jump back and forth very quickly. Void's going for a pre-fire, not finding Soldier there. Misty still on his slow little move. Might be shot in back here by Coach any moment. And there we go. There comes the pick. Void being left in a 1v3 situation. This is the worst the Raptors have been in, which says something about how good the Raptors are. But, you know, the Wrecking Crew are putting a dent into their numbers. Now looking to find Void. They know where he is. And they're looking for that pick. But they need to play it slow because any of these players is absolutely fucking lethal. Void being flashed, crouching away, trying to not give Soldiers that advantage. Is he gonna peek into Soldier's shot and Soldier gets the kill? That is a first win for Raptors. So far, Wrecking Crew hasn't been able to get a round off the Raptors, but they have been getting some picks. And, you know, if I know anything about statistics and trends, it's only going up from here. So far, it's looking a bit Raptor-sided, but as we talked about earlier, Raptors being a history team, having a championship within VRML under their belts, a global championship, having an A championship in last season, and a IVRL in 2021, a summer showdown championship. So far they have been a dominant as hell team. And Wrecking Crew, we haven't really looked into their history. They have had a good amount of players, I know that much. They lost some of who some would call their stronger players, now being left with some good players, you know, some a little bit more for fun. I know Misty doesn't always take it, well, I shouldn't say doesn't take it serious, but isn't the most competitive focused player at all times. So he, you know, they're very much built on fun and friends playing together team, but they have been on the way up, beating General Electronics, a very promising team, which have disbanded sadly due to some situations that I don't want to go into, but they have played very well against a lot of strong teams. They've been on the way up. Season 16 has been their season so far, but you know, getting put against the Raptors can sometimes slow down your momentum a little bit. But I know these guys, their mental isn't gonna break from one a little bit harder to win match. But for now, we're gonna see the Raptors set up an attack all on the same objective. They just managed to successfully defend and take their 5th point for this match so far, as map 1 was a 4-0 for the side of Raptors. We see a bit more early utility, a flash coming out from the Raven and a smoke almost at Soldier's feet, but hitting a box slightly too early. Draven throwing a C4 but making it blow a little too early. Soldier or the Raptors waiting out the utility. Draven still going for the pre-fire, not finding anybody. They're just waiting out his spam. Returned pre-fire through the smoke. Draven going for a very tight angle, trying to get soldiers here, but only hitting the top of the box and the raid that he's currently in. A beautiful grenade, just barely missing Draven as he crawls away. Flash coming out. Draven is not looking good. He's leaning through a nasty angle, but his gun isn't showing. He does end up trading with Soldier. Soldier's only being downed. And now it's a 4v4.5. Smoke coming out. Coach setting up for that revive. Nobody is there to contest it. So we're going to see a 4v5 and a revive. The Chumbawamba comes out on the side of the Raptors. And their aggression continues. We see a lot more back defense from Boba Fett and Misty both playing behind objective, while we see the Raptors playing in front of it. Void being the only one who is in front of the objective. Might be some dangerous situations if they smoke it out. Boba Fett and Skylar are both too far back to really contest a gap here. But for now, we're gonna see Lampy on the right side, Massino through the middle. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anybody. Massino and Soldiers actually going through the middle, and Coach going on the left side. Where's Marksman? I am blind. Marksman is way further in front than anybody. But, you know, it's a bit of a weird contrast. But so far, no picks coming out after the first one. Still 3.5 minutes on the clock, but we see a very defensive play here, allowing the Raptors a lot of space. Marksman pushing up, but so far, not much movement, you know. Playing it slow, playing it carefully, making sure that nobody gets picked off too early, or, apologies, somebody's life gets wasted. Lampy and Marksman being together through the middle. Massino playing a little bit further back, allowing to hold her back, preventing any flanks maybe. As Marksman takes out Misty in a head-to-head fight, winning the gunfight. Call out coming out on his exact position. Beautiful communication from the Raptors, allowing everybody to know what is happening at all times. Void's being now in a very bad spot as he has nobody holding his flanks. And he's gonna face the Lampy and Marksman soon here. Flash coming out from Massino, and now the Raptors are in a 5-man line. Flash coming out from Voids as well, but doesn't seem to be connecting with anybody. Devils are being checked. Grenades coming out. Just short drop in on Coach, barely surviving. Voids gets picked off, and now Skylar and Boba Fett are in a bad position. Both being behind the objective, having to push up. Skylar going to a less than preferable position as he could. That crate is open. We might see a cap being set up here as Soldier takes out Skylar, and Boba Fett gets picked off by Lampy on the flank, who has dropped down. And that is the second round for Raptors. Not being able to cap here. But so far, Wrecking Crew is having a really rough match. Only being able to find 2 picks so far, and Boba Fett's or Draven's kill only being downed on the trade. So far, it's not looking good for Wrecking Crew. But again, this is a learning experience for these players. They are relatively new. I know Voids came onto the competitive scene very aggressively, and he's a very good player. It's a personal friend of mine, but he still has a good amount of things to learn against these veteran players like the Raptors. So I personally don't see this be going any other side than the Raptors, but I do think casting will give the Wrecking Crew a lot of interesting information to work with to figure out, you know, what went wrong, what did we do right, where could we improved, so they can step up their game and continue their grind up the ladder here. And the Raptors, I would assume, always can use a little bit of footage to even the tiny mistakes they can work out, because, you know, you're never done learning. But we're gonna be setting up for round 3. An objective more on the left side of the ship this time. Still on the south side, so we're probably gonna see a similar setup coming out from the Wrecking Crew on attack. I wonder if they're gonna allow Misty to go all the way down the side again. It seems like I'm getting back into the swing of things as I'm getting more comfortable with casting again. I have missed this sometimes. But there we go. The Raptors on defense. Wrecking Crew on attack. The old wise sensei versus the young, strong, chosen ones. What is the trope again? I forgot. And we see a bit of a 3-2 split as Boba Fett and Voids and Skylar all playing together. As Boba Fett immediately gets fragged out by Soldier, but doesn't get killed. So now we're gonna see the finish coming out. But as Skylar takes out Soldier, it's a very good pick for the side of the Wrecking Crew. Void's coming out with a smoke grenade directly on Marksman position. If that wasn't a explosive, it would have been a crazy kill. But those aren't allowed on this map, sadly, as it is a bit strong. Draven healing himself after a bit of a bullet shower. Marksman might be peeking this soon. That is a nasty angle, and Draven needs to be very careful a little bit, as he is peeking it. Is he gonna see Marksman? Skylar and Misty get taken out, but Draven is not able to find Marksman, who was just barely peeking him. Voids is in a very forward position here, looking, probably hearing Coach here. You see here the tablet being checked. A 3v. Boba Fett is down actually, so it's a 2.5 v4. Draven still holding that angle. And yes, there is indeed a giant 69 on the ship. I will never be able to unsee that. Thank you, Couch. Thank you very much. Lampy playing in a interesting spot. That's a very much a high risk, high reward spot there. But is he gonna get any value out of it? As Draven is peeking, is looking for the shot. Lampy's not being able to find the kill. He goes for the utility, but gets taken out by Draven, who's using a 5.52 commando. Voyage get taken out by Coach. What is that gun? I only know that that's the worst gun in the game. As he gets taken out, that is a 3-0 for the side of Raptors. Still only being able to take out 2 at a time. Are we gonna see 3 kills on the side of the Wrecking Crew? I think that's the challenge for the day. For the Wrecking Crew is getting 3 picks in a single round. But so far they haven't been able to do so. And it being 3-0, it's looking very rough. We are gonna look at the scoreboard. Coach being 3-0, Marksman being 4-0, Soldier following up with 2-1, and Massino with 1-1. Lampy having less luck, being 0-2, maybe making a misplay on the side here, trying to go for that utility. That takes a little longer to pull off than just keeping up your gun. Might have had something wrong with his gun. Who knows? But all together, it is a rough game for Wrecking Crew. But now they have the chance to defense. So maybe that hasn't been their stronger side. Raptors is a very good on attack team. So we're gonna see if they're gonna be able to continue that, or maybe we see the Wrecking Crew get a crazy play and take a round of Raptors, which honestly would be the upset of the night. But with that, we're almost gonna see the end of map 2, which, you know, unless Wrecking Crew takes a round, we're gonna see the end of map 2. It's a pretty map. I haven't played this much. It's not one of my personal played maps, but you know, VRML decided to add it, so it's an interesting play. I have casted it before, I think with the Raptors as well, which is several years ago at this point. To think about this is kind of crazy. But we're gonna see the defense coming out on the side of Wrecking Crew. So we see a very much left-leaning play from the Raptors. Utility coming out, grenades all falling short, but we almost just slightly shorter. That would have been a really nice nade. Might have even harnessed a double kill. I want to draw attention to where Marksman is sitting, playing that long angle with a AUG, trying to see if anybody's gonna go low on the drop. But so far, nobody is taking him up on that challenge. Soldier making an aggressive push, loud walking near Skylar. Skylar knowing he's there. Oh, the timing. They beaks right when Soldier ducks. Now going for the swing instead. Soldier not looking at it. See a trade coming out, the down trade. The Skylar gets taken out, Draven gets taken out, and now it's just Boba Fett and Misty alive. Revive or a healing coming out. Might have been a revive, I'm unsure. Yes, a revive. See it on the side of the Raptors. A good flash coming out, but Misty gets taken out, and now it's just Boba Fett alone in a 1v5 situation to save the map. He gets walked around. Lampy is setting up the cap. Boba Fett let him know where he is. Takes out Coach, but does he know Lampy is an objective? Oh no, and that's the cap coming out. That is so unfortunate on the side of Boba Fett, not realizing Lampy snuck through the smoke. That is very rough. Now it being 9-0 for the favor of Raptors. All of Wrecking Crew picking up a 1 kill each. Marksman picking up 5-0. Coach 4-1. Lampy with a revive, a cap, 1 kill and 2 deaths. And Soldier and Messina with 3 and 2 kills respectively. I assume we're gonna rehost back to the side of the Raptors. So I'll be gonna be. Oh, there we go. Yes, we're gonna see a new lobby coming up soon. But that was USS Quest going 5-0 into the direction of the Raptors. That is rough, you know. Sometimes you have those games for this side of Wrecking Crew where you just cannot win. Oh, we're staying on the servers. That's nice. There we go. Gonna be spawning in as the map loads in. And we're gonna start off with the Wrecking Crew on attack. Wrecking Crew. Y'all can see my amazing spelling skills. Raptors. There we go. I know how to spell. And we're gonna start off with a burning objective, which is a interesting one. It is one of the more unique. No problem, Tiger Strikes. One of the more unique objectives, as it is one a little bit more in the open, a little bit more flankable, and allows a lot of interesting play. Because most of the objectives in on Suburbia fall under 2 categories. You have either the one in the house, or like right next to the house, or the one in the middle of the street. And this one falls right in between, with a lot of small cover around it, but no. But also a lot of flankability. For some reason, my brain is the only thing it can think about is the fact that I want to say that this is a M1 Abrams. I would say SAP V2 or V3. But that's my tech nerd coming out. Should we wait for map 3 to start? That's a BMP, by the way. I believe the BMP, it might be in BMP3. I'm unsure what the difference is between them. But with that, map 3, 9-0 in the favor of Raptors. All Wrecking Crew can do is try and prevent the 4-0 or maybe even the 5-0 from the side of the Raptors. Actually, no, they can't get a 5-0 because they're defense, attack, defense. Yeah, so they can't get 5 out, but they might be able to get 4 out. So let's hope they can get at least 1 round and get 5-1. That's a little dark. It's very mean, but you know, gotta live with a little bit of humor. With that being said, let's hope we can get this map on the road. As we're missing one of the soldiers, it seems like Lampy seemed to have disconnected or is out of the lobby. Also, welcome in EJ. This is something slightly different. This is Onward, another one of my VR games. But yeah, I wonder what attack we're gonna see from the Wrecking Crew. You would assume playing lane 4, lane 3 might be the play, but I don't know. I don't play at this level. I haven't been at this level or haven't casted at this level in a very long time. So the meta has changed a lot. The game has changed a good amount. So interested to see what we're gonna do. And for the people that don't know, we're gonna go over the simple callouts for this map. We're gonna start at the other side of the map, as we have lane 1 here. This lane is lane 1. In the middle we have lane 2. Lane 3 is over here. And then we have lane 4. Which are the general callouts for if you want to know what lanes everybody is. So if you want to know what I'm referring to as a lane 4, lane 3 push, that is these two lanes. But with that being said, the round has started. The Raptors are setting up their attack. We have 2 leaning to lane 1 with Tiger Strikes, who has joined us instead of Lampy. Marksman is also playing on lane 1. Coach heading lane 2. Massino leading towards lane 3. A frag coming just short from Misty towards Coach. Another frag coming out, not connecting with anybody. So I do hear some shots connecting. Misty is looking towards Tiger Strikes, but gets smoked out very effectively. Now is in a bad position. He has a limited sight as the smoke is leaning up on there. On that box, I don't know where it landed exactly, but it seems to be on the sandbag, which is a interesting spot. A trade. Hold on. Coach and Ghost Killer traded. Or no, I'm blind. Marksman got taken out, but Coach got a pick. Skyler seemed to get messed up by the by some movement as he jiggled outside of away from the BMP. Grenade coming out in the direction of Soldier, almost hitting Massino as well. Soldier taken up the slide. Now we have a bad position as Boba Fett and Void both get taken out. Apparently, I didn't notice. I haven't played the game in a good while. The 5.5.2 is now viable, as we saw, I believe, Coach pull up with it. That's news for me that gun is used. But we do see the first. I have my teams backwards. I was like, the first round went to Wrecking Crew. But no, it went in the direction of Raptors, and I messed up my. Here we go. My siding, Wrecking Crew. There we go. That's more accurate. It's Coach taken out 2, Soldiers taken out 2 as well, and Massino taken out 1, and Ghost Killer being the only one to pick up a pick on Marksman for the side of Wrecking Crew. Ghost Killer taking the place of Draven. Am I? No. I was like, am I disconnected? But no. With that, round 2 getting started. Raptors on defense, Tiger Strikes. We're gonna follow Tiger Strikes for a bit. His first map. Doing a little hop, hyping himself up, getting into the game. Getting his mindset ready. He's about to ace. I can just feel it. We're gonna follow Tiger Strikes and see what he's gonna do with this confidence. The little hops, little warm up. He had 2 maps to watch the game going on. Now hopping in, he's gonna find. I hear a lot of steps. The Voids is still running around. Boba Fett is still there. He could go for a very nasty pre-fire if he gets lucky, but the chance of that being effective for in trade for his location slow. He does hear Boba Fett running around, being in a very forward position, gets a pick on Boba Fett. Voyage immediately going for the pre-fire as he ducks back into cover. Flash come out, Tiger Strike is blinded. We do shoot 2 picks coming out on the Skylar gets killed but gets refragged. Missy gets taken out. Tiger Strike still fighting with Voyage. Taken out with a pistol. We hear a little shout coming out as Void said, "Hate my tube," and Tiger Strike's replying with "no." It's a very funny clip. They're looking right past each other. Oh, Void, if only you knew. Being left in a 2v4 situation, the Wrecking Crew is not looking good. Tiger Strike's trying to bait Void here. Void's going for the swing, trading with Tiger Strikes, with both getting a headshot. Only Ghost Killa being left in a 1v3 situation, confirming the kill onto Tiger Strikes. Was already dead. Marksman going for the swing. He's there slightly too late, but Massino is already setting up to welcome him next. Ghost Killer now is in a very bad position, getting flashed, getting surrounded. Another flash coming out. He is messed up. Massino finds him while he had no sight left, being entirely blinded. It's now 2-0. And the overall score is 11-0 as map 1 on Quarantine was in 4-0 for the side of Raptors, and USS Quest was a 5-0 for the Raptors. So far, it's been a rough game for Wrecking Crew. They're the one getting wrecked. This crew is getting wrecked. That is a joke I was looking for. But with that, round 3, Raptors could end it here with a cap. But you know, maybe the Wrecking Crew does the unthinkable and comes back. But being realistic is rough sometimes. And with that, round 3. Yeah, Tiger Strikes had a lot of fun action. He picked up 2 kills last round. Here's some callouts. Slow it down. Don't get killed too early. No, very good ideas, because this is it's an objective where if you get eyes on it, you are very tempted to get capped. When we do another utility, see a lot of the utility being spammed. The Skylar gets the first pick, but Massino gets Voids. Bring it down to a 4v4, close match. On the numbers alone, it's not been a close match so far, but you never know what's going to happen. As Massino dines Skylar in the leg. Here callouts coming out. Ghost Killer is now in a very crucial position. Going for callouts. Coach hears him. As a nade down Tiger Strikes. Immediately goes for the callouts, trying to make sure his team knows where to go and where to look. And a lot of utility and other grenades coming out. Revive coming out as well on Tiger Strikes. Coach and Ghost Killer are right next to each other. There's still a massive amount of differences. Ghost Killer gets a pick and doesn't get hurt very well, as there's a lot of shit coming out. Boba Fett going for a spray, going for a team kill on Ghost Killer, losing their advantage in a 3v2 or in a 4v2. Now bring it down to a 3v2 with a revive on Skylar. It's a very close match, but it could have been a lot closer with Ghost Killer getting team killed. This could have been the round for Wrecking Crew. But we might have seen Boba Fett make a massive mistake. Massino and Marksman now being the last 2 set up. And Nate coming just short. So Massino has rotated away. Skylar might get seen here as Marksman is laying down in the body of a teammate to be practically invisible. Looking for Skylar behind the truck as Massino takes out Misty. Oh no, Boba Fett. They do get the kill. They both get the kill on Massino. Now Marksman takes out Skylar with the very nasty peek. Boba Fett being left in a 1v1. You better win this to make it for the team kill. This is a very, very close match. Is he gonna hear him? Or is Marksman gonna get a lucky pre-fire? Who knows? Because this is not cover. This is concealment. So all Boba Fett has to do is make some noise. And there we go. Boba Fett still being left in a 1v1. Have no idea where Marksman is. Marksman going for the slow play. Still having 3 minutes in the clock. We had the callouts coming out from play slow, play slow. But it seems like the Raptors didn't really listen. But so far it's a 1v1 situation. So who knows where this is gonna go? And with the question, which team am I rooting for? I am personal friends with the Wrecking Crew, and I hope they get at least a round. But so far, it has been very one-sided, as the Raptors have taken are currently 11-0 on the score. Marksman trying to crawl it up, making zero noise, taking his time. He has all the time in the world. Boba Fett feeling the pressure, not looking in the right direction whatsoever, and gets taken out by Marksman. Oh, losing the 1v1, losing the most winnable round so far. As Skylar has 3 kills, Boba Fett being at 0, even though he had 1, he had a team kill on Ghost Killer. Ghost Killer being 2 and 3, and Elf Voice being 1 and 3. While Misty has not been able to get a kill. Why is my Twitch open? There we go. Apologies if there was an echo. That was me with a 3-minute delay apparently. Because I forgot to mute the stream. As I said earlier in the stream, for the new people joining us, it's been a very, very long time since I casted. And a very long time since, even longer time since I casted Onward. So I'm a little rusty. I also had about 15 minutes to set it up, which doesn't always excuse some quality issues, but could explain them. But you know, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to provide some video footage from a third-person POV for these teams, as they are both good people, in my personal opinion. And while we wait, I do have a funny video.
Good morning! Vault-Tec calling.
Good morning.
Isn't it? Just look at that sky out there.
Go. For the people, I don't. Is there audio? I don't think so. But yes, it is about how Wrecking Crew.
Good morning! Vault-Tec calling.
Good morning.
Isn't it? Just look at that sky out there.
With a little bit of a Fallout meme. Very funny. I believe Voyage, the Wrecking Crew player, yes, made that one. But with that, we're gonna see round 4. Could be the final round if the Raptors end it here quickly.
Hey, watch out for the pre-fire through here.
Tiger Strike calling up the pre-fire. Soldier warming up his aim. Machino sharing the love with his team. It'd be really funny if Tiger Strikes died to the pre-fire. But no, we're not going to see any pre-fire coming out. We are going to see a lot of utility, and Soldiers playing a very aggressive position, opting to go for center house. Is going to be hurt by Boba Fett here. He's going to get to his position, however. Boba Fett now having been tasked with the choice of either contesting the center house or calling it out. We do see a lane 4 heavy push here from the Wrecking Crew, committing 3 players to that. Ghost Killer hanging back in lane 3. Might have gotten a call out from Boba Fett, who's still looking for Soldiers. Misty looking for Machino and getting the pick. And we're gonna quickly go back to Soldiers, who's currently gonna get pushed by 2 players, as Boba Fett is gonna make some hand signals. But he looks like he might have gotten ignored. Get fucked, bot. There we go. Boba Fett making noise. Throwing out a smoke. Skyler uses a syringe to try to keep himself in the fight. Ghost Killer and Soldier trade. Ghost Killer. Oh, Boba Fett getting his second team kill right after picking up Ghost Killer. Now going to confirm Soldiers. What is going on in this match? That is the second time Boba Fett has team killed, preventing his team from having the advantage. As they, in the round before this, he also team killed and lost his team a 4v2 into a, that turned out to be a 1v1. Or turned into a 1v1 and then ending on the side of Raptors. We still see the lane 4 push coming out. A lot of shots coming out as Marksman gets taken out, but Voids only get downed. Boba Fett now being in against two players, going for a pre-fire and coach. Grenade coming out, not connecting. And Flash coming out, might have connected. Voice getting revived on lane 4. We see a 3v2 situation and Wrecking Crew might be able to get their first round here if they do not mess up their advantage. We see a close defense from coach and Tiger Strikes holding a crossfire here. As Boba Fett does take out coach, Tiger Strikes now being in a 1v3 situation. With Boba Fett in lane lane 1 close by, as Skylar and Voids are in lane 2, playing the longer game. Tiger Strike's now just sitting on objective, not allowing them to get the cap, to get any rounds, but just playing close, preventing any points being on the board that are necessary. As he does go for a swing on Voids, does not connect the shots, is looking for Skylar, misses the pre-fire. Boba Fett's gonna swing. He's not looking in the right direction, but he misses the shots, and Tiger Strikes gets the kill. Bring it down to a 2v1, but Skylar is able to close out the first round for Wrecking Crew. And that is the first round in... I need to say this right. In 11 rounds for the Wrecking Crew, they finally get the round win they've been looking for and fighting for so far. They have taken a round off the almighty Raptors, getting ripped to shreds by the Wrecking Crew, getting wrecked, as you would say. What a beautiful play. Boba Fett almost working for the enemy, getting his second team kill this map alone. Not getting any team kills on any other maps, but still very, very rough. Skyler being 4-3, very putting in a lot of work for his team, and Boba Fett somehow still having a kill on the board. Suburbia is very much the Wrecking Crew's map. Let's see what the Raptors have to say. Jokes coming about, we're like, we lost a round just so we can cap here. But even if those jokes become true, Wrecking Crew did a phenomenal job taking a round of a ex-champion and a NA champion in the last season. So they might have called themselves a silver team, but I would say they're far from, as Tiger Strikes already setting up to go for an early cap. Boba Fett barely able to hold down the fort. It's a 3v3 situation. As Tiger Strikes does get shut down. Massino and coach now being left in lane 3, as we have Marksman, the slower player of the Raptors. Not slower mentally, just in playstyle. Setting up lane 1, preventing any flanks. We do know that there's a heavy lean on the burning building. Misty and Skylar being stuck here, as they're currently getting held by Massino and coach. We're gonna see if Boba Fett is gonna be able to hold down the fort and not team kill this round. That would be a first in 3 rounds. Skylar is gonna be looking for a cross here, but coach is looking at that direction. Finally puts his gun up, goes for the crouch. Very slow rotate here. Goes for the faster rotate instead. Coach gets down, doesn't get to confirm. Skylar now being able to call out that he saw Massino, he saw coach. Being able to call him out towards Misty. And Monsino being in a rough position. Smoke coming out. We might see Coach coming up for a another cap attempt. Trying to do the job that Tiger Strikes wasn't able to finish. So far, it has turned into a little bit of stalemate, waiting for the other team to make a mistake. Coach and Machino being a little loud. Coach going for, or Marksman going for a pre-fire. Not connecting anything. Everybody's still holding a spot. Misty rotating back. Going off the callouts of Skylar, I assume. That they both push to center house. Boba Fett now being in a very rough situation. Having to prevent this cap. Being able to get Skylar back up. Immediately gets picked up by Machino. Now knowing Misty is there. We see a flash coming out. Machino is going to try to follow that up. Watch Misty. Is he going to get the pre-fire? Or is he going to walk in the wrong direction? He's going to swing it. Head-to-head fight and Misty loses it. Now leaving Boba Fett in a 1v3 situation to prevent the cap here. As he is actively getting flashed out. Being a very rough spot here. His coach is pre-firing. Marksman is setting up as well. Machino is still being a little bit far away. But also looking for that push into center house, knowing he's the last one alive. He gets Coach in a 1v2 situation. Is Boba Fett going to be able to make up for his team killing crimes by holding down a 2 Raptor push, or at least preventing the cap, not allowing them to get that second map score of 5. So now becomes a stalemate. 2 minutes 30 on the clock. The only sound of the beeping of the objective. Putting pressure on both these teams. Machino being loud, letting know. Boba Fett, we know where you are. Noise cover coming out towards. Oh, there was a pre-fire towards the dark corner, which Boba Fett has vacated by now. Machino looking in the same spot, looking for that same angle. Not being able to find him. Boba Fett standing up. As soon as he moves, he makes a mistake. Marksman coming out with a smoke, but dropping just short. And Machino makes the push and closes out the map with a 4-1 score. And with that, on the scoreboard, we do see that that Misty already has left the game. But on the side of Raptors, we have Machino with 6-2, pulling the most kills. And from what we can see, Skylar with 5-4. Putting all of their might of the Wrecking Crew in force and getting a round, which again is incredibly commendable. But with that, it closes out 4-0 on Quarantine, 5-0 on USS ships, and 4-1 on Suburbia. But with that, I want to thank you all for watching. For everybody that stopped by, for all the new followers, Tiger Strikes, Ghost, Indie Couch. Thank you all for coming by and dropping a follow. I do think I want to get back into casting at least a little bit here and there for teams I enjoy watching, enjoy talking to. But with that, the stream is gonna come to an end, and I hope to see you guys in any other weird things I might do, including casting. So with that, I see you, and I'm probably gonna raid action. Bye!